I have got over $73,737 in prop firm payouts in 2026, just the first 2 months of the year. In this video, I'm going to show you actual proof. So nothing fancy here, nothing a whole bunch to go over. I want to keep this video as short as possible. Of course, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and what my thought process are on, of course, those pesky Apex updates, including that daily loss limit. So keeping things short and sweet because time is our most valuable asset. For those of you guys who don't know, my name is Jenny Baker, and I've been on this prop firm trading journey now for the approximate past year. I've had some good days, some bad days, some what the heck is wrong with you days, and everything in between. From tech's fault to my fault to I don't even know where these behaviors came from, but they definitely came from me. So here's the deal. I've spent a long time swing trading, intraday trading. I've had a lot of success there, not billionaire Lamborghini kind of money, but hey, I can support my family, do cool things, be financially independent. And yeah, that's the whole point, right? I think people really are so easy to overlook that part, but I digress. Skills as a trader are clearly there. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You guys can see not all months are green, not all days are green. Starting with the month of February, which is what this video is about, is the month of February in review. For those of you guys who are just new to my channel or just new to this video, I was traveling and I was silly. Looking to get that flip day. I took a couple of bad trades, and then I was in Spain at the time. I not only did take a bad trades, but then I took a third trade. And that third trade, needless to say, was just enough to knock everything out over the edge. I ended up losing most of my accounts that day. Long story short, there's other videos we have that you can relate to here. You want to hear more about it, but we lost Wi-Fi where I was at for literally just a little while. Market moved a couple hundred points, and poof, most of my long-term PAs were gone with the exception of the largest one. So I lost a ton of all the progress that we had really accomplished here, right? So these numbers look great, right? But you got to think anything that happens, you don't necessarily get that. Payouts gets denied, you mess up, you lose the account on a hedge violation because I'm copy trading. Then you have human error, just all kinds of things that can and will go wrong. So all of this nice, slow, disciplined work, I feel like the month of December, which I am going to get to the payout proof. Here we go. I'll go through every single email all the way here in a minute, but let me start from where we're at for February, and then I promise we'll get there. So February, this I feel like has been a very tilty month, and tilty I know has a definition that honestly I didn't even know about until the last year of my life, but just misbehavior. I'm going to use that word like we would talk to a child. Self-discipline, right? Was feeling on top of the world. I was feeling like, cool, I can trade these small lot sizes. I can do the contract sizes like we talk about on some of our other, I'll pull it on screen here in a second, but kind of like the one contract for every $1,500 in available drawdown. I was going nice and slow. I wasn't trying to get that last $50 for the count on the day, or got to get this much to get the payout this week. I was very disciplined in that, hey, if the payout comes later, if the pass comes later, I'm just going to keep trading this according to my trade plan and not looking at numbers. Fast forward to this first week here, this was just a head trip, right? Obviously, this was a personal issue, personal behavior. I don't get to blame this on anything else. The guy coming over to fix the stove was part of the story, but again, I was already way behind by then, and I should have stopped anyway. Sleep deprived, jet lagged, the whole nine, trying to get that flip at a wrong time, laptop sitting on a bed, dumb story. Now we get into this view. This kind of thing, bad behavior, we know, but it also creates the other opposite, positive outcome that is getting reinforced, right? This positive outcome behavior got that negative reinforcement that comes from this. I was over trading, taking way too many trades on the day, looking to pass and get those accounts back, get to the payout faster, et cetera, and flip, which not to say we all can't do it. We can. We already know we can do it. But the problem is I just feel like this behavior brings out other things that are hard to fix later on. So that's where I was. I just ended up making a plethora of mistakes from like double clicking. So now I'm in more than I should. One time I had a copy batch set up on Tradeovate, meaning have 30 contracts typed in. And then I went to go mirror that via Trade Syncer because I didn't change it, and it just blew up everything. It was a mess. I try to sell during Asian. I don't even trade during Asian. Dear Diary kind of vibes. And that's what this month has been about. It's been a very Dear Diary kind of month. My aim, especially with the updates for Apex, luckily I still have some of the other accounts, is going to, again, be to slow down. It's not going to be to try to, hey, get that last pass or $50 or $20 and just trade according to the plan and knowing that the law of large numbers are going to work in my favor. I've got tons of evidence. I've got 10 years worth of profitability that prove that. So that's my plan. Moving on to this today. Sadly, Trade Syncer's down, so I can't show you. Ooh, actually I can. Close the day out 53,000. Obviously this number is higher because this includes evals, whereas this is only including funded accounts. Doing pretty good. That's on 44 accounts, trading about almost $4 million in equity. I mostly because I bought some extra of the new accounts from Apex. Don't forget, use code 6FTC on any of the stuff that you're working on. Help the underdog channel get a little bit further there. But the community is doing really good. This is our automation. People are doing all the things, manually trading, that demo trading, that was some weekend stuff. This is some automation that we have. So all that's all good and dandy, but I digress. Back to these last couple days. 32,000 or 37,000 is when I took the screenshot. I think I was up to 50 some odd thousand by the time I was done. We'll see by adding those other accounts. You can see here, this is funded only, so it's not going to show as much. Accuracy is good. Let's see where I can end at the end of the month. This video, the purpose of it is just to give you guys payout proof for what we're working on, because nobody does that enough, right? So here's our stats. I'm going to pull this up real quick. This is a little, I'm not an Excel girl. I don't do all this stuff. Be a little gentle with me, pretty please. But in the month of January, we got $36,458 in payouts with proof. We posted it on YouTube. We will link it right now here below. I'm getting ready to show you the proof here for the $33,057. I'm reasonably sure that's accurate. I might have a typo there, but $100, not a huge typo, guys. And then, of course, I've already got 2 payouts here, which is going to be about $4,222. So I'm pending on some other ones as well from Apex, but we'll see. They're just taking a long time. Just so you know what that looks like with all that degenerate behavior this month, that was, again, why am I such a big advocate of Apex lately? Because the numbers don't lie, our feelings do. And that's coming from a girl, guys. Like, the numbers don't lie. When you actually get it, and it does take time to get it, I'm not going to fib. It was quite a while of me trading with Apex thinking they were the worst under the sun because I was getting paid with everybody else and not with Apex for quite a while. Now that I've got a little bit better system, and this is not a good month, by the way. I should have been double this had I not made so many mistakes, maybe even tripled had I not made so many mistakes. But as you can see, 8 payouts equaled nearly $20,000 with Apex, right? Whereas the 4 with Trade Day, those are about $1,000 each. And you can see, again, sadly, I messed up so many of my accounts. It just was such a long process rebuilding. But that's what we look like for the month. And now for the fancy dancy part that just says, here, internet, here is your proof, here's your validation. And then I want to talk about what I'm going to work on in terms of the new rules. So we already went through all this January. We're going to go to Apex. So I'm going to let the video person come in and edit this a little bit faster. But really, it's just going to be line by line, just so you guys can see every single one of these one by one. These are all the payouts we've got. Please allow. It's going to take time. I'll have to let them load. That's only 320. Actually, I'm irritated about Funded Next's payout process lately. Really small on Funded Next, but again, I blew up the accounts and I lost them too quick. And because I'm going slow, I wasn't getting them back quickly enough. So Rise, you guys can see all that stuff. I've got Rise, I've got Wise, I've got ACH, and then Apex is straight to the account. And then I've got one that's paying me in crypto. So that's a fun time there. 2,700 again. Most of the payouts from Apex are bigger, obviously. Lucid, $1,000. Lucid, $1,000. 900 performance fee. You guys get all this stuff, but just over and over again. So the good, the bad, the ugly. You can see that by the time you hit the withdrawal button, how much you're actually getting is not as much as you would like. 1,200 there, 1,293 there, 1,293. That's all 4 of those are from 12. That's a lot of them from the same thing. 1,100, 1,100. You guys get the idea. So exciting. The numbers don't lie. Sometimes our feelings do. So another 2,700 from Apex. We've adjusted 888. 888. I like to try to pick round numbers. 2,300. 1,800. Actually, I think I might be off on my funded features for how much I have on there. I probably got more than that just by doing the math right now. But anyways, so you guys get the idea. So did we get the monies? Yes, we got the monies. Here's your evidence. 2,200, 1,800. Some of them are smaller. Some of them are larger. This is a combination of more than one, as you can see. Over and over again. 700 from Trade Day. And then I got several other little ones once I realized you could technically withdraw every day. I was like, oh, this is cool. That's nice. So that's what it looks like. Another $1,000, 1,066, and then 2,000, and then 2,200 from Top Step. So those are the ones we're counting for the month of March, because you guys can see those came in the month of March. But there you go. That's all the payouts that we got all the way throughout the month of February. So there's your proof that says internet shush. We did do it. No, sadly, this is not my $1 million goal. I'm really trying to do the math of what that looks like for me to figure out if I'm going to be, not if, but how I'm going to be able to accomplish this, because it's $70,000 a month. Okay. It's not a bad month. Let's just round it up to 75. And again, this month would have been much higher had I not blown up, not once, but twice. But let's take a look. That's 900,000. I'm not far off of my goal, but I'm not making 75,000. So that was really bad public math. This is why I joke that I don't do public math in public. Let's try that again. 35,000. Okay. Times 12. I was like, that should be like half. It's about halfway to my goal. So I'm going to have to step this up. And my means to step it up is going to be, hopefully, now, bear with me, hopefully I'm going to be more able to do it by following this. So I'm not going to fib when I say I've got all my older Apex accounts. I'm going to hang on to them. I will maybe even pay the rebill fee on about 8 of them that will rebill if necessary, because I really want those. Again, to give you guys an idea, I have some accounts that have one particular, let me be more honest, one account that has nearly $70,000 as of today of equity built into it. That right now I can take it all out, but I don't want to. The whole goal was to build to the 7 figures. Like, I got a goal in mind. If I take it out, I can't do that, right? I can, it's just going to take me longer. So my aim is going to be to stick with this. Now, that whole daily loss limit on Apex, if you haven't watched that video, definitely check it out here. We'll link it right here. It goes over a great example of every single thing that Apex let their partners know about. But that daily loss limit means all of this stuff, available drawdown, just so you guys can see it by visualizing it. Ready? All of these are now gone, because under no circumstances, even if you built up a huge buffer, are you ever going to have $4,500 in available drawdown with them. Because if you have a daily loss limit, you're never going to be able to use that entirety of amount to make the money that you're looking to make. Rather, you'd have to be trading this way. I am looking at this very discouragingly. I know that's not a bad way to be. I can still average that $700 a day, but it changes the entire game. Because again, let's say I built up 10 more accounts like I had before I messed up at the beginning of February. And let's just say that those accounts are averaging $1,800 a day times 10 accounts times $250 trading days a year. I'm definitely going to hit my 7-figure target this year trading that way. But if I don't have that full allotment of room, it's a little harder to hit that target, because now I'm controlling my drawdown different. So rather than hitting $1,800 a day with that, I would be more likely hitting maybe $888 a day times those 10 APAP. I'm just using this as around a number, okay? Which is not bad. Times 250 trading days a year, which, remember, we're 2 months through the year. It's possible, but now you have to divide this by 80% plus taxes, fees, and costs and everything else. It's not impossible. It just changes how I'm doing it. So inevitably, that daily loss limit is going to help people stop blowing accounts in one day, which is probably a good thing, because now you have to wait till the next day. And I think it's going to do a really good job at enforcing people to stop gamifying it. So I'm really good at taking life and saying, hey, this is good because. So what I'm going to spend the next week doing is telling myself, this is good because it means I won't blow up an account like I did, as we saw. Let me go back to that view, actually. Go to this month. I blew up a lot of accounts. I think I had 14 funded accounts, some of them with as much as $20,000 and $30,000 in it, okay? I blew them all up. They're gone. So it will stop days like this. But it also means it's harder to achieve the days that look like the 30, 40,000s, okay? It's going to be a lot more of this kind of mid-ground, and then a lot more red and green, because you're going to get locked out of that account and have to come back tomorrow. So in a perfect world, it's going to size me down a little bit. It's going to slow me down a little bit, but hopefully cost me less to achieve more. So that's how I'm choosing to look at it. I will let you know how it turns out. Say a little prayer for me. If you're finding these videos helpful, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have questions or things you want to go over, drop them down below. If you're on your journey trying to hit your next goal in these prop firms, first off, again, use code 6FTC. I've did Alpha, Apex, Trade Day, Take Profit Trader. Quite a few of them. You can check out our website or our link tree for more information there. But here's the deal. I wish you guys all the best. Like, honestly, I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm wishing discipline and a coherent mind and concise actions and consistent strategy over everything you're doing. And I'm wishing the same for myself. So wish me luck. I will update you guys next week. And we also have a brand new video coming out here shortly. That's really going to just talk about some of the questions we've got on our YouTube. So last call, if you have any other questions and you want me to go over them one by one, drop them down below and I will be happy to do so. Happy trading, happy Monday. Stay safe in these markets. Take care and God bless.